Now, of course, when you're dealing with a program the likes of Blackwell, one of the more storied programs, probably if it weren't for the Maroons down the road, would be the storied program of small school wrestling in the state of Oklahoma. A lot of these young men here for Blackwell, even in their junior high program, have already been wrestling 4 or 5 years. So
Or longer.
So you're a 13, 14-year-old kid that's been wrestling since he was 7 years old.
Or younger.
And he's got a lot of experience already built up.
Sure.
As opposed to a Guthrie program that really has some juniors programs, but not to the extent that you're going to see in a Blackwell, a Perry, a program like that.
Tuttle, or yes, you're exactly right. And those guys eat, breathe, and live wrestling. So, you know, both Perry and Blackwell both, which the two have dueled each other earlier this year, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But both stellar programs, both start their young men and ladies out very early in their careers, as early as 3 years old. In fact, one of my nemesis when I wrestled was a man named Brian Courtney. And if anybody from Blackwell is listening, they know who that is. And we went back and forth. But we started wrestling when we were very young, me 3, and I can remember wrestling Brian all the way up into junior high. And so he's just an example of what many of the Blackwell kids, you know, do from the time they're able to wrestle at age 3 in Oklahoma.
And I know anybody familiar with the Blackwell wrestling program will know the Courtney family, as several Courtneys have come through
a bunch of them
over the last few years.
There's a bunch of them.
As we have some talking going on here. You know, Blackwell is a program that 9-time team state titles, and a whole host of individual state champions over that time. You don't get 9 state titles and that many individual state titles without being a heck of a wrestling program.
9 state titles as a team, 15 runner-up titles as a team, which that weighs almost as heavy. 87 individual state champions, an Olympic silver medalist, all from Blackwell.
And yet, people look at them and they are forever living in the shadow of their nemesis, the Perry Maroons. Over 40 state titles for Perry.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's difficult to compete with as we get started here. I believe this is our first junior high match.
Excellent move here. We've got Eli Kirk.
And he gets the pin. We can barely get his name out. 10 seconds gone. And he gets the fall.
Very aggressive young man. I got to watch him Monday night in El Reno. It was a very similar match in El Reno. The young man's got a lot of potential. He's high energy. He's got great balance and speed. He's got a lot of potential. It's going to be exciting watching him throughout the next several years.
One of those things at lower weight classes you can always see is that speed kills. If you're aggressive and you're fast, you get a lot of work done.
And you don't even necessarily have to be strong at the lower weights like this. At 89 pounds, we've got Alan Orndorff here, another longtime wrestler for Guthrie. And
against Aiden Odell, another classic Blackwell family in the Blackwell wrestling tree.
Well, I could be wrong here, but I believe Mr. Odell's mother is a Guthrie graduate.
Is she really?
I believe so.
All right.
If Lori is his mother, I believe that's right. So
well, Odell gets in here on Orndorff. Has him around the waist, but they go off the mat before he can complete the takedown. Pretty good defense there from Orndorff, staying out of the takedown. Perhaps Odell.
Nice single leg by Orndorff. Nice single leg. See if he can shelf it up and finish this.
1:20 left here in the first period, and I think Odell's starting to regret not finishing his own shot.
I'd say we're in a bait. Nobody's really got an advantage right here. Odell may have a slight one, as Orndorff is a little bit extended. His head's away from Odell's body. He needs to try to suck that in a little bit. Stalemate. 59 seconds left in the first. The score is locked up at 0.
And probably a good call there by the referee. That really wasn't going anywhere.
Nobody was advancing either way. The referee's job at that point is to put him back into a position to where somebody can advance.
Some hand fighting, and they go head-to-head. Good shot there as we have a stall warning against Orndorff.
We need to pay special attention next to the edges of the mat. They've changed some of the edge of the mat rules this year, most notably the pin factor. You can get pinned when both shoulders are outside of the lines as long as the opponent's 2 feet or 1 foot is in or another post from the from the other wrestler. So let's pay close attention to that. They're also being much more strict. I would not have been surprised for another stall call there. They're much more strict this year, Craig, on calling cautions near out of bounds. They're trying to get all the wrestlers to circle in and stay in bounds a little bit more than usual. It's a great rule change. It does require some adapting for long-term wrestlers because they've wrestled a certain style their whole career, and now we've got to change it.
Well, and as time expires here in the first period, knotted up at zeros. Certainly a lot of wrestlers have used that style to their advantage. If it's anything, though, it's a very annoying style. It's not one that's really entertaining, good for the fans, or good for the sport. So it's a good rule change to bring the stall into it in that situation.
It does bring more action to the matches. It creates a little higher scoring matches, and it forces you to be more of an offensive wrestler.
Well, and, when it comes to wrestling, most rule changes that you talk about, they are going to be rule changes that favor aggression.
Always. Wrestling has kind of been known as a boring sport across the sports world if you're not into wrestling, and they're doing the committees are doing everything they can to bring some action back into the sport, which will draw more crowds and draw more interest. And
there's the escape, as we had another stall warning in there on Orndorff.
One more and he's going to be awarded a point.
Orndorff
about to get the takedown. That looks like 2 to me, but I'm not as close as the ref.
His legs just hooked.
He's got control with that cradle, though.
Oh! How did he not get the points there?
Just out of bounds. I did not have the angle I needed. I think one of the coaches is arguing this, so we'll see.
Well, it's the Blackwell coach.
I don't know what.
I think he was. Did I miss a stall warning?
It was a stall warning, and he did not award the point. So, 2 stall
That's
warnings.
Correct. Yes.
Your second stall warning is a point to your opponent.
Yeah.
So, Blackwell coach, being on his toes, realized that the referee did not award that point. So, stood up and fought for his kid there a little bit. Orndorff just got a little duck under hit on him and got taken down. It's now 4-0 Blackwell. 20 seconds left in the second. Craig, I didn't see whose choice it was. Did you?
It was Odell had the choice in this round.
So it'll be Guthrie's choice coming up.
In this period, it will be Orndorff's as Odell got the escape.
I would imagine Coach Howard will put him down. Gives him a chance to get away.
Well, especially down 4 points here. There's not much option.
He's putting him on his feet.
Well, I guess down 4 points, you got to get takedowns here. You got to score. Your best position from that is from neutral.
Coach Howard's a lot closer than we are. He's seeing something that we're not up here. He knows his wrestler better than we do, so this is probably the right call. Now, Orndorff is very good at throws, so that may be what Coach Howard is thinking here.
Odell has been in control for most of this match from all positions, as he's been able to defend pretty much everything that Orndorff has thrown at him.
Orndorff's got a good single leg in there if he can shelf it up, and we're close to the out of bounds here, so you could force a stall on your Blackwell opponent if you just stay aggressive. Back on their feet. A lot of wasted energy there.
And a lot of wasted time as we're down to 51 seconds here in the third period. Orndorff trailing by 4 as we restart. Orndorff has got to make something happen very quickly.
Orndorff he's given the Blackwell wrestler his left elbow, and he has the last couple series, and it's not going to bode well. Both wrestlers are starting to show a little bit of fatigue here. We got about 20 seconds left, Craig.
There's a stall warning against Odell. Orndorff trying to throw everything he has into it, but he is just gassed, gives up the takedown.
Just don't give up the fall. A fall and Now that we're in scoring matches, a fall is 6 points for 16 points. A major decision, or I'm sorry, a technical fall 15 points or more is 15 points. A major decision 8 points or more is 4 points, and a regular decision which is 8 points or less is a regular 3-point team decision.
And he does give up the major decision, so it's 6-4 following the fall by Eli Kirk in the first match. Aiden Odell beats Guthrie's Alan Orndorff, and it is 6-4 after that major decision. Coming up here, we've got Braden Hall taking on Riker Agee.
Braden Hall has been around the sport for several years. Took a year off a couple years back. Glad to see him back in it. A very stout, very quick young man, pretty aggressive. Got to see him wrestle a very close match that he lost in El Reno. Kid's got a ton of heart. I'm anxious to see what happens this match.
He is certainly stoutly built for a young man in the 98-pound division here in the junior high, as he gives up a quick takedown here to Agee.
Good on the wrestling mat, good on the football field. He's an all-around athlete, just a great kid.
As he's back to his belly here, Agee doing a good job of controlling from the top. Looks like he's going to cut him here, though. And he does, gives up the point as Hall gets the escape. Another single leg attempt here by Agee as he's got him up on the pogo stick now. And they're going to go off the mat.
That was a slick move. It was close to the out of bounds. He's got to watch that.
It was very tight there.
Busted his chin on his head. I saw that.
And that one hurts a lot.
It does.
You can bite your tongue. You can really hurt yourself, as there's a takedown there from Agee. Gets around back behind.
4-1 now, Blackwell. 45 seconds left, still in the first.
Trying to work him over here, has a half Nelson in.
He's really working him good here. If Braden could just manage to stand up, it looks more difficult than it is to stand up to his feet there. If he can use that half Nelson momentum to help get him up to his feet, he can fight that. Otherwise, he needs to peel that off his neck and look away.
Working through for the cradle, has him to the back. 22 seconds, and there's the fall as Agee takes down Guthrie's Braden Hall. That'll make it 10-6 through 3 matches in favor of the Blackwell Maroons. And Braden Hall did all he could there, but Riker Agee was very skilled in that match.
Well, Braden Hall is going to be fine. He's back up on the bike this year. That's nice to see. He's always been a very tough competitor since he was a very young kid. He's facing a Blackwell opponent. Those kids don't take breaks. That's what you saw there.
We got Chevy True here. I'm trying to see, I believe that's Caden Ailey for Blackwell, as he gets the early takedown and gets True to his back.
In a headlock.
Just wrenching him over. He rolls through it, gets that right shoulder up, and now
he's close to the side of the mat. You've got to use the mat.
Ailey's trying to get him back. Now he's trying to roll all the way through, and there the foot comes off. 3 near fall points upcoming. Minute 32, just 28 seconds gone in the first period. It's already 5-0. And at this point, if you're Chevy True,
you better turn it up a notch.
You got to turn it up a notch, but are you already thinking damage limitation here?
Well, you've got to be at this point. You know, it's an individual sport, but we're counting team points here, so you know, it's the first period, Craig, and it's wrestling. Anything can happen. You give them 5 seconds, and the situation could change. But you've got to be aware of the score at all times, individually, and for your team points.
As Ailey here, still on top. Minute 15 left here in the first period. As True tries to come to his feet.
He needs to get that control on his that hand control on his belly before he pulls that off.
And boy, Ailey is really active here on top. Hooks the arm, but keeps that seatbelt on. Stays in control, as True wasting a lot of energy here trying to get back to his feet.
He's got the right idea, Craig, but he's got to get hand control on that seat belt. Okay, he's out. Let's get some separation here.
Oh, a good move there by Ailey to get him to his back, as True had turned back in with a good sit out, but then just could not get separation. Ends up giving up another 2 near fall points. 7-0 here with 30 seconds left in the first period. Certainly not going the way that Chevy True would have envisioned for his big match tonight. True gets to his feet.
Good hand. He's working the hand control. Smart. He's got to do that.
And he avoided the roll there. As you could see, that was what was in Ailey's mind. Try and get him to his back again.
He's got a chicken wing in. He's going to try to walk it over his head. Be careful. Don't expose your shoulders.
4 seconds left. And it looks like True might get out of this without giving up any more points. And he does, as the first period mercifully comes to an end. 7-0 in favor of Caden Ailey of Blackwell. Ailey's going to have the option. He chooses to begin down in the referee's position. Looking True here to really turn this around.
Just a sit out, spin through there. Pretty textbook stuff. Very well executed on Blackwell's part. True needs to let go of the head, and he needs to work a base. That head's not doing him anything. Get out, get some separation, score 1.
Separation
out of bounds, but
did not get
too
it.
Late. Yep. We've got to be more aware of our surroundings, where we're at on the mat. I've seen us already give up a couple points tonight on the edge of the mat. And
Ailey chooses to cut him here, so first point of the match for Chevy True makes it 9-1. Minute 08 left here in the second period, and True gets a single leg in, looking to drive through. Very close to a takedown if he can get his head out, but takedown goes Ailey's way, as Ailey was able to gain control and is now trying to work True over onto his back, has his head, and is putting his neck in a very dangerous position if you're True. And now True in a very bad position. He's bridged out, but very close, and there the shoulders touch. Gives up the fall. 16-6 now in favor of Blackwell. Fall coming with 31.6 seconds left in the second period.
Well, coming up for Guthrie now is Josh DeMint, and it looks like
I believe this is going to be Case and Odell.
113 pounds for Blackwell, Case and Odell.
Okay. Yep, you're right.
As DeMint gets taken down by Odell almost immediately.
Second Odell wrestler we've seen here this evening for Blackwell.
You're always going to see a lot of Odells whenever you see Blackwell, as they've had quite a few come through over the years.
Not a good position for us.
As trying to work DeMint over here, and DeMint is in some trouble. As what, did he get the fall there?
He got the fall.
I did not think he got that left shoulder, the right shoulder down, excuse me, but.
For Guthrie now coming up, we've got Tyron Eaton versus Ray Denoji.
Yeah, that'll work for me. Donagee.
Donagee.
Dounugee. Or Donagee. That's probably it. Donagee. As Eaton looks to turn around what has been a tough duel so far for the junior high wrestlers. 22-6 in favor of Blackwell over the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays' lone win came at the hands of Eli Kirk on a very quick first period fall.
And first period of the first match, and you thought maybe the Blue Jays might get off to a roaring start here in the junior high match. However, it has been all Blackwell since then. I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Tonight, this broadcast brought to you by Interbank, Golden Chick, the Terra Insure Group, Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33, and F&M Bank. As Eaton does a good job there of getting out of some danger as he
got taken down. It's 2-0 now, and we'll see where we go from here. He's got him in a cradle. Boy, Blackwell's been working that cradle hard tonight. Got him a couple back exposure points on that one.
pretty quick count there on the back points.
Eaton's very active on bottom. Coach has got to be pleased with that. If he can position his hips here and get 2.
He's got the 2 there.
That was just athletic.
But immediately gives up the reversal again, 6-2, and he's giving up back points. He is in some trouble. There's the fall. Yet another fall for these Blackwell Maroons, as they have been ruthless so far in this duel, 28-6 in favor of the wrestlers from K County. I know it's not a pretty thing if you're a Blue Jay fan, but certainly a lot you can learn as a wrestler from wrestling in duels like this.
Well, let's keep in mind, too, our Guthrie Junior High program, and don't quote me here, but we went from about 15 wrestlers last year to 45 wrestlers in our junior high program this year. So even though the high numbers is a great thing, with that, it's going to come a little bit of inexperience. That's okay. We've got some great coaches down at both junior high and high school level, and they're going to do some good things with them if they stick it out.
Well, and the greatest period of growth for any wrestler is between junior high and high school.
Concur 100%.
And so if you start in junior high, you're not necessarily going to be that disadvantaged when you get into high school.
Correct.
As you can make a lot of growth between those two periods of your life. As we get a quick takedown here, as we have Christian Mora, I believe, for Blackwell, taking on DeAndre Jones of Guthrie. 2-0 early here for the Blackwell wrestler. Minute 20 left here in the first period. And we will have video presentation of the homecoming proceedings. We'll just let it run. Won't talk over it. Let the announcements happen and let everybody get a good look at it. As
he's got a chicken wing and a bar arm in on us. Not a great position. We're on the edge of the mat. We've got to know that we're on the edge of the mat.
And that chicken wing has now moved him over into and onto his back. 3 back points upcoming. 45 seconds for Jones to try and get out of this or ride this out. It's just not going to happen, I don't think. As the fall is upcoming, you would think. As, wow, DeAndre Jones got back to his belly. A very good job with 25 seconds left here.
3 back points awarded. It's now 5-0. The scoreboard does not reflect it yet, but it is 5-0 in favor of Blackwell. It's about 10 seconds left or so.
I don't believe he actually awarded the back points. I think he's saying that this is the same maneuver, the same move, because he never released the chicken wing. So it'll be the same 3 back points. It'll only be 3 back points awarded.
They just awarded it. He just awarded it. He never did break the move that entire time.
Yeah.
So
because it was the same move, because he never broke the move,
gotcha.
It was only 3 back points. That's what I was trying to say.
Gotcha. No, and you are correct.
As Jones will begin here in the top position, we have a locked hands upcoming. As it looks like Mora very close to the escape, now very close to the reversal.
So he'll be awarded the 1 point for the locked hands plus the reversal.
There's the reversal, and 2 points for the reversal. I haven't seen the 1 point for the locked hands awarded yet, as he's going to have 3 back points upcoming from this move, getting Jones over as Jones rolls through it and now is in some trouble. Leverage back onto his shoulders. And there the extra point was awarded. Not going to matter in the end because the fall comes 35.9 seconds left in the second period. Now 34-6 in favor of the Maroons.
Spade Poole coming up for Guthrie. Colin Morrill for Blackwell.
As Colby Looper, I believe, will take the forfeit at 132 for Blackwell.
Spade Poole is a very well-built young man, looks like a wrestler, has got some wrestling experience. We'll see how well it matches up against Blackwell.
Of course, that forfeit is 6 points, so that'll make it 40-6 in favor of Blackwell. As going to go ahead and run down our sponsors once again. Broadcast brought to you by Interbank, Golden Chick, the Terra Insure Group, the Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33, and of course F&M Bank. Spade Poole and Colin Morrill here getting off to a...
That was a textbook high crotch. Great job getting the escape there. Lots of activity there and a little flurry. Textbook high crotch from Blackwell. Textbook escape from Guthrie. This is going to be a good match.
If he had a little bit more room there on the edge of the mat, Spade Poole was very close to a reversal.
He was, indeed.
Just kind of ran out of space there on the edge of the mat. Ends up having to settle for the escape, but they do come back into neutral, which could play to his advantage if he can get a takedown here.
Well, we've already seen a great high crotch from Blackwell, so you know he's got that in his arsenal. You got to protect that at the same time you're trying to set your offense up. It can be challenging sometimes. Nice single leg by Blackwell.
Good sprawl out of it, though, by Poole.
Good defense. Poole's trying to turn him with the underhook here. Not a great position to be in if you're Spade, even though...
Just a little bit too high there.
Too high.
And gives up the 2 points for the takedown as Morrill able to take advantage of the bad positioning by Poole. 4-1 here in favor of Colin Morrill of Blackwell. Gets the cradle locked in and Poole to his back. 3 back points coming up.
It's all about fighting that lock right there. That's how you get out of it. It's not easy to do, but that's about the only way to get out, is fight those hands.
Left shoulder is on top of Morrill at the moment for Spade, so he wasn't in much danger of the fall. However, will give up the 3 back points, which will make this 7-1 with 13 seconds left. And there, Poole coming back, gets the reversal.
Good, smart, strong move by Poole.
Gets him right back into this bout as he is down 7-3, but 7-3 looks a lot prettier than 7-1.
No, that was he knew time was running out. He didn't give up. A lot of wrestlers would kind of sit on their laurels right there and just let time run out so they can catch a breath. Mr. Poole did not. He saw an opportunity to score some points and he took it. You got to like that if you're coach.
Minute 30 on the clock here for the second period. Blue Jays trailing in this one 40-6 to the J-High wrestlers from Blackwell. As Morrill will start down here in the referee's position, trying to work back to his base.
I'd like to see Poole break him down flat before he runs that wing. He got him there.
And does have that chicken wing locked in.
He's got the bar arm. He's in a good spot here if he can run it around his head. Run your feet around your head. You got to get your bar arm back. Get your bar arm back. Take that post away from him and continue to run it. He's in a good spot right here.
He's in a very good spot. Morrill has been doing a good job of keeping his hips working and countering the leverage from Poole, but Poole has been relentless here, trying to work him on his back.
Run around his head. You'll get some exposure points.
30 seconds left here in this second period. 7-3 in favor of Morrill from Blackwell.
Even though we're down by 4 points in this match, Craig, you got to like what you see on top from Poole.
Absolutely, and he'll be in the down position. Well, he'll have the option heading into the third period, which means scoring opportunity for him as well.
He's still working it. 8 seconds left.
Plenty of time for back points. Close to a fall, 4 seconds.
Slap that mat.
Got him with 0.9 seconds left. 0.9 on the clock, and Spade Poole comes back for the fall victory. What a great performance there by Spade Poole. not getting down when he was down 7-1, fighting back in this one and winning it in the second period.
I believe Blackwell gave up a team point. We'll see. I believe Blackwell gave up a team point based on sportsmanship after that. I have a feeling they did. I believe Mora probably is not that used to losing, Craig.
Certainly not that used to losing from a position where he's up 7-1.
Great heart by Spade Poole last match. Moving on, we've got Gavin Seal this match against Josh Ramsey from Blackwell. Ramsey's in deep on a double leg.
Just couldn't finish it before they went outside the circle. And as Phil Nichols rumbles by.
Phil's going down. He's getting a singlet on.
As we have, what is this young man's name?
Gavin Sealanders.
Sealanders.
Good, tough wrestler. Gavin's got him on his back. He's got him in a good position. He's got his other arm trapped.
He's got the 3 back points. Can he finish?
He'll walk towards his head a little bit more. Wrong way, Gavin. Walk towards his head a little bit.
There's the 3 back points.
Okay.
Makes it 5-0.
I was wondering if he was going to award those.
Well, I think he was waiting on the hips to clear.
He's got him sucked him back on the mat again. We're counting exposure points again. We're getting 3 more points here. It will be 8-0 if this move breaks. He's got him on his back.
He's close. He's just got to get that left shoulder down. It is still a couple inches off the mat. Working back towards his right. He's got him close. And a good job by Ramsey to roll out of that. Another 3 back points, however, 8-0 in favor of Sealanders. And we have a stall warning here against Ramsey from Blackwell. Sealanders working in again.
20 seconds left.
Plenty of time here to get this fall as he is very close to it.
Slap that mat. Yeah.
There it is. Another fall for the Blue Jays as we've gotten into the higher weights and the Jays have started to mount a bit of a comeback here.
In between matches, let's talk about this crowd. Are you kidding me?
We do have a very nice crowd here tonight.
I heard them. I looked down and my goodness, wow.
Been a while since we had a crowd this size at a Guthrie wrestling match. I believe we have now.
That's Cole Madison for Guthrie, took the forfeit.
At 162, so that's another 6 points for the Jays, now down 39-24 as we move up to 175.
Nice flurry of excitement the last 2 matches. Talk about momentum swing.
And another forfeit at 175.
Well, that surprises me. They show somebody on their roster.
I guess they're going to bump him up to 200.
This should be Sam Wilhelm coming up here.
And have him take on Sam Wilhelm at 200 pounds. Yes, that's what they did. They moved Davis up to 200 to take on Sam Wilhelm. They were going to forfeit one of those spots, decided to forfeit 175 instead of 200 here as Jays 2 matches left, trailed by 9, 39-30. This is a must win if the Jays are going to stay in this one. As front face locked in here by Matt Davis. Looking to get something on Wilhelm as
stalemate. Referee didn't like the advancement of action. Let's start over.
It looked like he was thinking about calling a stall there and then didn't really call anything. I assume he called a stalemate, but
yeah, no, he just called stalemate, just break the action up.
Yeah.
No stall. Who are you going to call stall on there? That'd be tough. Either coach, if they got called stall, would throw a fit there.
Absolutely, as attempt from a throw there for Matt Davis. Nothing doing for him as Wilhelm just kind of shrugged it off. And under a minute to go here in the first period, and it has been fairly uneventful in this match so far. Looks like we might not get until we get a coin flip.
Come on, get him down. All he's got to do is touch his hand to the mat, and we score 2.
Of course, say that, and there Wilhelm gets the takedown.
Excellent job. Excellent execution. Forward pressure, break him down. Textbook. Forward pressure, break him down.
Now it needs to get him to the mat if he's going to try and work him over, get some back points here. Blue Jays certainly would like bonus points in this match to carry in to the final match. As Wilhelm trying to work him over, but Davis doing a good job, and we have a stall against Guthrie. Stall warning against Wilhelm.
Did not see it.
I certainly did not either.
I got some dads in the stands looking up here at me like, what the heck was that? I don't know what that was.
If anything, you would have called it on Matt Davis because he certainly wasn't trying to work back to his feet.
Well, we were providing the forward pressure anyhow. That's what the referee saw. Great job. Time was about to expire. He had a choice to...
And he called a second stall against Wilhelm. Gave the point.
I disagree.
Boy, okay. As Wilhelm wins, has the decision, he defers. Matt Davis will begin down.
Get off that ankle. You gotta we got a tie match.
Thanks to the stalls and that escape, we have a tied up match here, 2-2. As Matt Davis once again.
To your feet, Sam. Get to your feet right here.
Working into that front face lock.
Turn the corner.
A lot of power there from Davis to prevent Wilhelm from turning that corner.
For a split second, I thought we had better position.
And it looked like Wilhelm did, but then Davis just really powerful through those shoulders.
I think Davis recognized he was not in a good position and had to do something.
As he ends up getting the takedown here, takes the lead 4-2.
We got to watch for locked hands here. Okay, turnaround's fair play. Top guy's not doing anything. I'd like to see a stall call here.
Yeah, I don't see the difference here. If anything, he's not working nearly as hard as Wilhelm was.
He's got us locked up in a cradle now. I tell you what, Craig, I know what coach is going to be talking about tomorrow at practice.
Defending the cradle, I believe.
Defending the cradle. We've seen it multiple times against us tonight.
As time expires in the second period, Davis not able to do anything with that cradle, and the option will go to Wilhelm. Wilhelm trailing by 2 here, but with the option, he can take the down position here. Will not, though. Will begin from neutral.
Minute and a half periods at the junior high level, 3 minute and a half periods. It'll switch to 3 2-minute periods at the high school.
Absolutely. As that makes a lot of difference, especially when you're coming into a third period and deciding whether or not you're going to take the down position to try and score points.
Absolutely.
That extra 30 seconds to get up and out can make a lot of difference to that decision making. Minute left here.
He's got to snap down. Blackwell seems to be more of the aggressor at the moment. Sam is on the leg, but he's awfully extended. Probably better just to back out and try to get a reshot here. He pulled it in. He's going to turn the corner. Turn the corner. That's 2.
There it is. 2 points. Tied up. 45 seconds left.
He's on his back. Slap it.
There's the pin. Yeah, the bonus points that Guthrie desperately needed. Now only trailed by 3 points heading into the final bout of this duel. 39-36. It was 40-6 at one point.
Staged quite the comeback. 3 falls. We'll do that in a hurry.
Blue Jays just need a decision, and then I believe it goes to discipline, doesn't it?
It'll go to point. It'll go to points. Number of falls.
It'll go to number of falls and then number of points.
Now let's hope, we got Riley Boyster up for Guthrie. TD McLurry for Blackwell. A regular decision ties this up, and it'll go to credentials.
Boyster certainly has the weight advantage, weighing in at 255 to McClory's 214. And
Big man!
rolls
Big
through
man!
it. The big fella,
Big man!
with 30 seconds gone, gets the 2-point takedown, and now has to get McClary.
He's got the power half on him. Good big man move
And there's the stall warning.
on Blackwell.
Oh, reversal.
Woo! Woo!
2-2.
To your feet. Just get to your feet here. Smart move by Blackwell. We saw him pull this in earlier.
Drive through it. There's the reversal. 4-2.
45 seconds left in the first. He's going to go for the power half. Very effective big man move. You get a big man to his back, it's awfully hard to get off. Sam or Riley does have the weight advantage here, so I like our chances. Power half. He's cranking it. He's cranking
Got
it.
him over.
Slap that mat.
That's the fall. Guthrie wins it. 40-39. And boy, how big was were those falls as Guthrie stages a massive comeback. 42-39 to win this junior high duel. And I tell you what, that will inspire this team quite a bit throughout this season.
That was just the junior high. We still got the high school to come up. I feel like I've already gone through a high school duel.
Absolutely is. You don't see many more exciting than that.
Excellent.
As we get set, we're going to get set here for our high school matchup tonight, but I want to go ahead and run down our sponsors again, as this broadcast brought to you by Interbank, Golden Chick, the Terra Insure Group, Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33, and F&M Bank. As we look now and turn to the high school, Blue Jays come in ranked number 15 in Class 5A, 3-0 on their dual season, including Monday night's win
Exciting.
against number 11 El Reno, 36-24. El Reno,
Exciting duel.
very historic program, historic powerhouse. And Guthrie goes on the road and pulls out their third straight road win to begin this dual season. Guthrie has looked pretty good here in the early season.
We've known for several years that this year was going to be the culmination of the efforts of both youth programs in town, the junior high program, and of course the magic that Coach Stevens works once he gets them to the high school level. This season is going to be one to pay close attention to. It's going to be the best squad we'll have for the next couple of years. We've got some solid seniors who are going to be deeply missed, not just on the mat, but off the mat as well. It's going to be exciting. So if you're out at home listening, we still have the homecoming festivities we got to go through. Turn your TV off. Come on, come on up.
And we're going to go ahead and bring you the homecoming festivities. So go ahead and tune into that. And when we come back from the homecoming festivities, we'll set up the rest of tonight's homecoming duel between the Blackwell Maroons and your Guthrie Blue Jays. You are watching GMP TV.